Can we tell the story about Mike getting a car towed on his street?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've never seen Mike so angry in my life.
Oh, we lost our minds. Yes, absolutely, Mike. Tell them the story.
Well, city parking is a thing, obviously. We live in the city, so there's all off-street parking. We came home from an event at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night to find that we had a conversion van that was towed. It was parked legally.
It's your conversion.
It's our conversion van, and it was towed. So we find out, we track it down. It's towed, impounded, and we asked why, and they said, well, it was parked on the sidewalk. Well, in the city, you have to park on the sidewalk because the streets aren't wide enough.
Especially on our street.
And so in every car, so I call the police up. I'm like, you are joking. I said, and they said, it's a safety issue. I said, well, you're not going to believe this, but there are currently 35 more cars parked on our street unsafely.
Yeah. But why did they towed your car because you were parked in front of somebody's house and they wanted to park in front
They
of
wanted to
house.
park in that spot.
Right.
And so.
But that's not what they said.
Right. That's not what they said, but that's why.
Right. And so I complained to the police, and he tells me first, well, we can't because we don't do retaliatory towing. As if that was like
you can't
a
tow
policy
somebody
of the
else's
police.
car because we don't do retaliatory.
We don't do retaliatory towing. That's not the way it works here. And then after this ridiculous conversation, he agrees. He's like, I'll tell you what, pick one car out on the street and we'll tow that one. Any car you want. I said, do you hear yourself right now? You're telling me to just choose a car. And I said, okay. So I chose a car. Yep. The cops show up. The tow truck shows up. Nice cops. And so we end up not doing it because, it's face to face. It becomes embarrassing that you're pouting like this.
For sure.
But I did. I followed it through, went to the court case.
Yep.
Won the court case.
Won the court case.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, we won the court case. And the judge was like, he's like, wait, where do you live? Like, they don't even listen half the time because it's just case after case. Yeah. He's like, wait, what? Say that again? He has me tell the story again. Calls people over to hear the story. He's like, hey, come here, listen to this. And he's like, well, obviously that's dismissed, but that is he's like, yeah, I wonder if that's going to be a recurring thing with that cop or whatever.
Wait, did you get your tow paid?
No, no, you don't get the impound money back. And he says that. He goes, I wish I could get it back, but that's a separate company.
You get the ticket money back, but the fun part about that is that they spelled Mike's name ridiculously wrong on all the tickets.
It's like Trevi or something like that.
That was funny. Last name. Yes. Yeah.
I thought you meant they spelled Mike wrong. I was
right.
like, how do you spell Mike wrong?
No, they spelled our last name so wrong. It's not even the name. And we have a check sitting at home that I don't know how we can cash because it's.
Just sign the check the way that they spelled the name. That's all you have to do.
Why did I not think about that?
Yeah, they'll cash it. Yeah.
It's made out to Mike Trevius.
Yeah, just sign.
I thought I had to change my name.
There's like 6 E's in it.
Like, I got to go back to court.
There's like
change my
6
name.
E's in it.
In fact, that's Mike Trevi now. Yeah. Change that in the credits. Mike Trevi.
Mike Trevi.
You're Italian now.
Yeah. Welcome to the clan.
Welcome to the clan.
Well, too.
Boopy.
But yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's hear this story.
When I first met Kendyll, she was very passionate about this. So
this is a
I'll
big
tell
deal
that
for me.
in a
All
minute.
right, read this title again.
We also dealt with our old neighbors constantly parking in front of our house, remember?
For sure. Ooh, street parking sucks.
Am I the asshole for asking someone to stop parking in front of my home?
No.
Yeah, right?
So I live in an apartment home complex. They're basically duplexes times 5, but rented out like apartments. Mm-hmm. I lived there for about a year now, and I'm only recently having an issue involving parking. I live at the end of the building, and that gives me a few extra spaces of parking in front of my place. About 3 to 4 spots, depending on how you look at it. For around the last month or two, someone has been parking at the end of the space in front of my apartment.
How dare
Usually
they?
parking over the line and taking up 2 spaces.
Over the line. Don't love that.
2 spots. Can't do that.
Mm-mm.
I do live alone, so there's still enough parking for me, so that isn't the issue. But for about the last week, they've been parking directly in front of the entrance to my apartment and continuing to take up 2 spaces, which I do find an issue with. As a woman living alone, it gives me a weird feeling in my gut that I don't really want to ignore. I've also been having an issue with opening the lock on my front door recently that I haven't experienced since I started.
So she thinks they're f***ing with her lock.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say just off the bat. Again, if you live in an apartment complex and it's open parking, It doesn't matter where they park. They are entitled to that spot just the same as you are. So I don't love that. Like that's I'm throwing that out right away.
Right.
Like you can't be like mad that somebody parked in front of your apartment. That's like living on Mount Washington. How often do you actually park in front of your own house? Probably.
We have now left that van in front. I
van is parked directly there.
spike park it now.
Understood that, but like I'm saying, like if someone parks in front of your house, you're not like these motherfuckers. Like no, it's street parking.
It's annoying,
right?
But
it's street parking.
When Kendyll when we first would hang out, and she lived in a neighborhood, but there was no driveway. It was in the back of the house, so everybody parked in front of their house. Right. If somebody parked in front of her house, she would go nuts, and she's like, "I'm gonna write a note and put it on the car."
I've done it.
And I said, do whatever you want, but just know
you're wrong.
that parking spot
will
be the least of your problems going forward.
Yeah.
Because this is going to start a fight.
I agree with you now. However, at the time, it's like everybody on the house lives there all the time. It's not Airbnb, it's not rentals, it's not whatever.
Understood.
And I was coming home from work late at night, and they'd have other people's cars there, and I was a single, young female, and I was
late at night,
lots of ones and all the cash.
Yeah.
And I did more than once leave a note on someone's car in front of my house.
But it's not your spot.
No, but I was the asshole. Yeah, for sure.
You drive around the back, which is your spot. If you have a driveway, that's your spot.
No, we didn't have a
That's
driveway.
your spot. Okay, but
In the back you did. You
No, I didn't.
you had a garage with you could have parked in front of the garage.
Couldn't.
Yeah.
Yes, you could.
No, I couldn't. It was a garage against another garage. We weren't allowed to park there.
Welcome to the show where Mike and I start fights with Kendyll.
I'm bringing picture proof.
Either way,
I'm
going
to drive your old place.
I was totally wrong, but I was so livid. I would be like at 2 a.m.
Again,
like, why is there
we were
someone
mad.
here?
We got mad when people worked in front of our house at our last house.
Yeah.
For sure. 100%.
a
But it's not
freaking neighbor
wrong.
across
It's
the
not
street.
wrong.
Yeah, but it's annoying.
It's annoying, but it's not wrong because it's street parking.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at that. But yeah, someone starts.
She
also,
thinks
though,
someone's trying to get at her.
Yes, but
She's
when
imagining
the
all that,
seasons
most
change,
likely.
when
Yeah.
the seasons change, your locks do get
Yeah,
difficult.
she's imagining the rest of it.
Yeah, you think?
Way to not
Yeah.
believe women, Mike.
No.
No,
I'm kidding.
There's a million reasons for a woman to have fear and to feel that way.
100%.
And so I'm sure just a woman walking into a house by herself at night is scary enough.
Right.
And then anything happens with that key, I'm sure.
But
it's
because during the season, like when it gets colder, your door gets harder to unlock.
Yeah.
And lock. Like that's just the wood around your door frame swells up. That's what happens when it gets cold, and you can't open or close your door as easily. That's true. That's facts.
I
That's
was
fact.
going to make
That's
a joke about that, guys.
the wood
urethra
swelling
meatus.
up.
I was
you're
thinking
gonna
the
make a joke
same
about the
The
wood
meatus,
swelling up.
the meatus.
the urethra meatus
The
in the
meatus
lock.
gets bigger, and if
That's
you...
from, we don't know how many podcasts ago. So could be 1, could be 7. Watch them all to find out. What's in that? What is that? All of it?
No.
No,
Oh,
we
okay.
just interrupted her.
Geez,
Sorry.
So here's where I might be an asshole. After getting off work
okay.
tonight, I had a few drinks. And once I got home, to no surprise, this person has parked directly in front of my place again.
Okay.
And because I had a few drinks, I was feeling bolder than normal. So I went inside, wrote on a piece of paper asking them if they could park in front of their own apartment instead of mine. I worded the note fairly nicely, in my opinion, left it under their windshield wiper. But now that I've sobered up, I can't help but feel like there's a chance I'm being a Karen.
Wait, can we talk about the fact that she drove home drunk?
Yeah. No, well, did she drive home drunk or was she drinking at home?
No?
After getting off of work, I had a few drinks.
Okay.
And once I got home...
Yeah.
See?
But she doesn't say she drove.
No.
Someone could have dropped her off.
True.
Yeah.
But if someone would
Why
have dropped her
she care
off,
about the parking spot?
her car would have
Her
been
car would
there.
have been in her
yeah,
spot.
Now my Uber can't park in front of the house.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
well, let's just say
She's
this.
the asshole.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's an open parking lot. That'd be
Yeah.
like if you got mad at someone parking in your spot at Walmart.
Yeah.
Like that's
You're not an asshole for being mad about it. You're just an asshole for doing
way you
something about
approached
it.
it.
Yeah, telling something.
For sure.
You
writing
be,
it
I mean,
down.
like you said, you guys were frustrated about it. Be mad all you want.
Yeah.
You have a right to be.
100%.
That's annoying. They could park there. They could park there. But that's
You
all.
can
That's
be-
all the further it can go.
you can be mad and miserable about
Yeah.
everything, right?
Right.
But you can't it's not their fault. For
Can't tell
parking.
everybody
Yeah,
about it.
No, for sure.
And it's just you're asking for a problem.
100%.
That's true, too.
Because you just said you parked in front of my apartment. Well, fucking
Yeah.
now they know where you live.
Right.
Yeah, that's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
point.
And now they're definitely going to park there.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Oh, I would out of spite.
Yeah.
Guess
Every
where we
time.
park every day out of spite?
Yeah.
In front of the other neighbor's house now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. 100%. 100%.
I'm kidding, we don't.
No, Mike's not kidding. He knows he's salty about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're definitely salty about it.
Not the asshole.
Not the
No,
asshole.
asshole.
No,
No, the asshole.
Hey,
Oh, she's the asshole.
She is the asshole. Oh,
Yeah.
another
2 in a
one.
row. We got 2 girl assholes.
Yeah.
There's mixed reviews.
Or as I like to
Clip
call
that
that, or as I like to call that, Friday night.
Kendall was so excited. What? Whoa! We got 2 girl assholes.
It was a good night. It was a good
I
night.
thought they'd be.
That was not what I meant.
Oh.